Yeah, so in for crying a mania for because for no call down.
Tell me. Yeah, but we catch us say Santo energy for station who aba who try na who tobia who say yeah koya say who be say ubenya for kaswa doba me catch up me say Santo energy owo park na to ade no see here cover the for is okay rather you tell us ubenya for awodo cemetery.
But any say na for no call down. Papa would make kasa fa me kasa you be catch am so Santo Energy no omo we junction na ma stop na ma tobi. But say how do me kasa to say I'm nobody to you.
Hey, don't talk to me like you are the one who stood at me, like who raised me up when I was a kid. If I'm talking to you, lower your voice and talk to me. Yeah, for wait that she can tell say Santo Energy, or more wait that say, you're tired of rider, you're telling me say the four is that, make I bring my saliva, make me feel. I say I got them, or more tell committee for who buy it over there. When I talk to you, they start listening.
Santo Energy, right?
They be Bangu Energy more.
If you
Global warming is causing long-lasting changes to our climate system, which threatens irreversible consequences if we do not act. As much as the world needs all the sources of energy to maximize growth and development, it also needs to balance the different impacts to long-term global environmental sustainability. It is clear that going forward, renewable or green sources of energy, which are less harmful to the environment, will hold sway. Fortunately, the technologies to enable the development of the cleaner sources of energy have emerged rapidly. Hello! Welcome to Energy Quest. Today, we are doing e-mobility. Ever heard of solar taxi? Come with me. Joy, tell us the size of your operation, your human resource.
Currently, our operation extends from Accra, Kumasi, Takoradi, and Tamale. Accra is where we have our central operation as the headquarters. We currently have over 64 staff. Okay. We have close to about 80% women composition for our staff. Yeah. We have about close to about 60% of our staff being engineers or technical people, and then the rest being administrative.
So 80% women, that's what I heard you say.
Yep.
Why 80% women? It's not the norm.
The question that we ask is why not? I mean, basically, when you go to a company that has over 100% being men, you don't question them that why men. All right, so we don't know why we should answer why women. So far as they are competent, they are doing the work, they're delivering on their results.
That's all the
why?
matters.
Yes, so we don't have any specific reason. More of a question of why not.
You make a conscious effort to employ women in that side?
Well, we make a conscious effort to give opportunity to women. That is what I would say.
So, George, tell us about your background, your both personal and educational background. Yeah.
Okay. I was born in Accra, somewhere Odoko, but I grew up in Asamankese with my grandmom. And I think that kind of early stage of my beginning also helped to form my mindset in terms of what I would like to do. And one of the challenges that I grew up with the electricity in our house. So that challenge caused me to focus on getting sustainable energy solution. And I promised my grandma that one day I'll come back to the house and give her electricity. So I think that pushed me to choose engineering as what I would like to pursue in university, and kind of pushed me to what I'm doing now. So my educational background is in electrical and electronics engineering, and that's what I did for my undergrad. And also I did masters in renewable energy. I also did an MBA in business administration. So that's my educational background. From that, I think basically I'm an entrepreneur, more of like a tech entrepreneur. And that is what I've been doing ever since I completed school. Yeah, I did some research work at the Energy Center as a research fellow for the Energy Center in Kenresi.
So, what's behind the concept of solar taxi?
Well, the whole idea started about 3 years ago in Kumasi. And the whole idea came out of finding sustainable solutions to transportation. And what we wanted to do was to prove that concept of we getting a vehicle that is powered by solar energy. So what we did was we didn't have much resources, to be honest. So we kind of used our own resources, borrowed some part here and there, and we built our first prototype. That was a car powered by solar energy. So anytime we come to Kumasi, we can show you that as our first prototype. With that, we move on to scaling that up. That led us to looking at the business side, how does this even have a market here in Ghana? We had support from the MasterCard Foundation to go to a pilot of looking at the business model. It was successful. We piloted close to about 9 vehicles. And that then using that outcome, we're like, okay, this is a business that it is needed in the market. We'd like to scale it up. And then we scaled up from Kumasi to Accra. So currently we are in Kumasi, we are in Accra, we are in Takoradi, we are in Tamale.
Wow. So what do you intend to achieve with the idea of solar taxi? What do you want to solve in the society?
Well, what would we seek to achieve, as a startup? So Solar Taxi is an e-mobility company. What we want to provide is affordable transportation. Okay. Now, as a growing economy, not just here in Ghana, but across the continent, transportation is very key to help with our economic development, because the ease in movement bring about a lot of prosperity. Okay. But to do this, we want us to do it in a more sustainable way, but also achieve affordability, especially the growing middle class that we are having. So that is why we are pushing the cause of sustainable transportation, green transportation, so that it helps us to achieve that sustainable development, I think, which is where the whole world is focusing on. Yeah. So that is our key focus on. So with our vehicles, you are able to achieve your transportation, but at an affordable rate. You achieve comfortable transportation, but at an affordable rate. Mm-hmm. You don't need to sacrifice the environment to achieve comfortability. Yeah. You don't need to sacrifice the environment to achieve mobility. So that is where we are coming in, and that is where we are trying to approach. So this is what we are solving. And our type of vehicles, being the tricycle, being car, or being a bike, are all helping us to deliver that. We also provide an end-to-end solution. So where we are looking at the top stream, we do the manufacturing and assembling here locally. That provide jobs, a lot of jobs for the youth. And then we have the downstream where we are providing services, mobility services, so charging, maintenance, and all other software services that comes with our product. So we are all providing this, and becomes more like a comprehensive solution that we are delivering. So no matter where you find yourself, you're able to get something to work.
How does the future look like for Solar Taxi?
Well, so where are we going? We are getting to a point where we want every vehicle on the roads of the country should be electric powered. Okay. That is where we are going. We are getting to a point where we want your first vehicle that you buy should be electric. Mm-hmm. That is where we are pushing to. We want to do this to enhance mobility across the country and across the continent. Our vision is not just limited to the country, but we want to enter into the African market across board. We have a number of partners that we have been speaking across. We intend to scale, hopefully from next year, moving some of our products across the country to the neighboring countries and all that. Plus, we're advancing that. We hope that for now we are doing assembling of the bikes and the tricycle here. We are hoping to have an assembly plant for the cars in the first quarter. We are currently seeking investment next year. We are currently seeking investment for that. Hopefully, we should be able to get something like that to then start up that assembly plant for that, and that enable us to do more. So that we can then move more product across. To be honest, electric vehicle is the future. It's the future of mobility, not just here in Ghana, across the continent and across the world. In our part of the world, we are even blessed to have access to renewable energy. And that is a good plus. In Ghana in specific, we currently have a lot of supply compared to demand. So it could fit, all right? So this is the right time for us to do this. As a country, this will help to bring a lot of economic development. It create more jobs for the youth. It bring the whole ecosystem together. That is what we are trying to push over here, and that is what we are hoping to see as we go forward. Cannot be stopped. It is where the opportunity lies on, and I hope we as a country will be moving on to that end too.
Electric cars in Ghana? Solar taxi is definitely a novel and forward-thinking model. Clean fuels are the future. Very impressive.
Thank you.
So you said the solar taxi came out of Kumasi Hive?
Yes.
What's the story?
Well, Kumasi Hive is a tech innovation hub based in Kumasi, as the name suggests. We focus on 10 ideas into products and taking to market. So just a solar taxi, which was just an idea that we conceived, we provide support for youth with ideas and want to turn into that. Is the only space that is hardware focused. Hardware focused, that means that they deal with all those physical stuff that you will see. Either you are building something robotic, you are building something vehicular, you are building something like mechanical, and all those software things are all comes in together. We bring it all together. We have a maker space that enables that to happen. So within that space, when we conceived that idea, it made it easy for us to then build our first prototype, which is what Kumasi is about, and then take it to the market, and which we also provide business support for.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Kumasi Hive is more like a Silicon Valley, is it?
You can see that.
Yeah. Another very refreshing novelty at Solar Taxi is the gender of the electrical engineers and technicians who assemble the motorbikes. All women.
Growing up, I used to see my dad fix things in the house, electronic gadgets. And so I was anxious to know what's happening. So I decided to pursue electrical engineering at Sunyani Technical University. And right from there, Solar Taxi gave me the opportunity to be here. And now I'm here assembling electrical vehicles, electrical motorbikes. In the next 5 years, I would like to see myself as one of the biggest female engineers in Ghana, in Africa, and the world.
So this is Solar Taxi's C3 electric vehicle. In concept, this is called a city electric vehicle. And the design is based on lightweight vehicles that can do short distances. Now this car here, designed by Solar Taxi, what we call the AM model, has, relative to our other electric vehicles, it has a smaller battery. It has a 20 kilowatt hour battery. Now, based on ECG's tariff, that will cost you about 5 to 9 Ghana cedis to fully charge this car. On a single charge, it can take you as far as 100 kilometers, because it's a city electric vehicle. That's the concept. They are usually meant for shorter commutes within a city, let's say from Ablekuma to Awoshi, from Tema to Accra and back. So they are not for long distances. So that's the design behind this. And for the balance of it, it's fitted with a solar panel on the roof, so that as you drive, you're able to gain some mileage as you drive. Because of this kind of city electric design, they have smaller wheels. We're trying to reduce the curb weight and increase the efficiency along the line. If you come in with us, we have a very simple engineering design. So instead of your conventional automatic gear, we have a select switch, park, neutral, reverse, as simple as that. And generally, you can plug this straight to any power outlet in your house, 240 volts, and supply it at 16 amps. Every household in Ghana should be able to charge this vehicle, and it's as simple as that. When you come to the engine, you find our battery bank. Pretty simple battery bank, lithium-ion battery architecture, which is good for electric propulsion systems. That means that it's good enough to power the motors and give you and last long enough for the mileage and the expected range we are giving you. Generally, in every electric vehicle and in this city electric vehicle version offered by Solar Taxi, the battery bank sits in the lowest part of the vehicle. That's right on top of the chassis or the undercarriage. And one of the advantages of this is that it lowers the center of gravity of the vehicle and it gives it very good stability on the road. In addition, you experience that it's very easy to steer and you have a very stable steering rack because of the center of gravity that is a bit lowered. In the worst case scenarios, in the event of an accident, this vehicle is less likely to capsize because of the lower center of gravity once again.
Like they say, the sweetness of the pudding is in the eating. So I thought I'll take a drive. Smooth is the word. Very quiet, but surprisingly powerful. No exhaust fumes. This is the future. I'm getting one. So, Eugene, how does one acquire one of these cars?
You want to own one of these cars? I mean, it's easy. You go to our website, solartaxi.co. You go there to rent or to book to rent or to acquire. Okay, so it comes in different packages, or should I say different makes or models. Okay. So we have the hatchbacks, we have the sedan, and then we have the SUV. So for the hatchback, we started with a promotional price of 800 cedis, but currently we've moved on from that. The hatchback is going for 1,200 cedis per month, and then the sedan is going for 1,600 cedis per month, and then the SUV is going for 2,000 cedis per month.
Okay, how easy is it to use it?
Well, it's just like using a gasoline car. I mean, just the only difference is that with this one you charge it. I mean, it's just like any regular car. It's fast, it's comfortable, it's durable. After making payments, all you do is charge. Okay, so you charge on a single charge, which will cost you less than 50 cedis. Okay, for a full charge, and after that you can use the car. With this car, you don't need to change oil. You don't need to change. The only thing you have to do is charge and then you use. So this car, which is a hatchback, does 255 kilometers on a single charge, okay? So, I mean, with this car, for instance, if you live in Medina, okay, and then your office is in Accra, which your commute should take you about 11 kilometers, okay? So you can go 2 weeks of this car without charging it, okay? All you have to do is that you drive, I mean, from home to work, and then you are good to go. Super
economical.
Yeah.
Do you provide the charging ports, or how do I charge my car?
Yeah, so when you either book to rent or book to acquire, we provide you with a charging station, either at your home or at your office. So we also provide you with a traveling charger, okay, so that in case you want to travel, maybe you are traveling from your home to maybe visit an auntie somewhere in Kumasi, you can take your traveling charger along with you so that you can charge it there as well.
So if I want to buy one, an outright sale, how much will that be?
So to buy the hatchback, this is a hatchback. So the hatchback costs 70,000 cedis. We also have the sedan, which costs 100,000 cedis.
Okay. And
then for the SUV range, which costs 150,000 cedis. Yeah. Most of the time, these cars come with ranges. So we have the hatchback with 255 kilometers. Okay, so depending on the range, inform us of how we price
how
it.
How long you can drive it?
Yeah, how long you can drive it, yeah. So normally with the hatchback, it's normally intercity because the range is 255 and then the sedan is 300 kilometers, and then the SUV is 400 kilometers.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
put this in perspective.
Yeah.
That means that I can charge, and then that 300 kilometers will take me from Accra to Kumasi.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Kumasi is 275 kilometers. So yeah, we can drive to Kumasi.
Even beyond.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Vroom. So Mavis, is it selling?
Okay, so literally traction has been very, very good. It's been impressive actually. Post lockdown, that's somewhere in July when we resumed work, we had to put out adverts for these bikes because we're expecting them in the country.
Okay.
And then the response from the people was good. We had a lot of people call because then we put out ads on social media. We did door-to-door marketing.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Yes, we went to shops, we went to houses, we went to companies. Whoever was ready to listen to us, we talked to them. And now, I mean, it's so good that now we barely go out there to go and market because people are just trooping in.
Lots of orders.
Exactly. Currently, I have about 150 bikes. Out there, we have bikes in Takrade, we have bikes in Tamale, we have bikes in Kumasi.
So we've had a pretty impressive traction so far from clients, from Ghanaians. People, everyone has been very responsive of the car. You would think with everyone being skeptical about how EV cars work, people would not want to get our cars, but then it's been very, very, very impressive so far. We have over 50 cars in our fleet, but 20 are currently out there with clients, individuals and corporates as well. Some of the corporate clients we have are Melcom, who has been very supportive in helping us get where we are right now. We have 6 models of cars currently with us. We have the BYD E6, which I'm currently standing over. We have the SUVs, 2 SUVs actually. We have the EV460. We have the Sherry. We have sedans. This is a sedan. We have the Lifan. And then we also have a hatchback, which is the smaller model. For instance, this sedan goes for 1,600 cedis a month for rentals, and for purchase, it goes for 89,000 Ghana cedis. It has a capacity of 300 kilometers. It runs, that is after a full charge, very, very spacious, has keyless entry, which is very impressive. Very, very impressive thing about EV cars is it makes no noise. So just like you saw right now, when I turned it on, it had basically no noise because there's no engine that is going to make noise. It's just battery powered. On our dashboard here, you'll be able to tell the percentage of battery you have and then the range. The range is how far your car can go. So this particular car goes for 300 kilometers. On the range, you can see we have 228 kilometers left and 73% on the battery. On a full battery, it will go all the way to 100% and the full 300 kilometers range. It's on park, so you'll be able to tell that here. It tells you the state of the car. So right now we have 2 windows open. You'll be able to see that here. And this car has regenerative braking system. So every time you step on the brake panel, when maybe you are going too far or fast and you are slowing down, it charges it up a bit. That's on long journeys. This particular model can go 300 kilometers. That means you can get to Kumasi with this particular car. We've had trials where we've driven this car to Takrade very, very successfully. So we can assure our clients that when they get this car, how far they can take the car.
The future is full of promise. Hope you've picked some insights as well. This is what we do on Energy Quest. We demystify the energy sector. Till we meet again. Ciao.
Did you miss an episode of Energy Quest? Watch all episodes on YouTube at Energy Quest TV or Kente TV. Also catch up on the Daily Graphic YouTube page and website. Energy Quest, looking into the future.
Yeah, so in for crying a mania for because food no cut down.
Tell me. Yeah, but we catch out say Santo energy force station who aba who try na who tobia who say koye say how be say ubenya for kaswa doba me catch out me say Santo energy omo park na to ade who see cover the for is okay rather you tell us ubenya for I would do cemetery.
But any say na phone no cut down. Papa would make kasa for me kasa you be catch him so Santo energy no omo we junction na ma stop na ma tobi. But say how do me kasa to say I'm nobody to you.
Hey, don't talk to me like you are the one who stood at me, like who raised me up when I was a kid. If I'm talking to you, lower your voice and talk to me. Yeah, if I wait and just because I say, Santo energy, or more wait and just say, you're tired of rather, you're telling me, say, the four is down, make I bring my saliva, make me feel. I say, I got them, or more, whatever, committee for, we'll buy it over there. When I talk to you, they start listening.
Santo energy, right?
Baby, Bango energy, more.